going on, guys? It's Rick from the Funded Project. We're back today. We're going to meet with Stacie here, and we're going to talk about this really neat restaurant up in Anderson, Indiana. Anderson's about an hour north, about 45 minutes to an hour northeast of Indianapolis, up in Madison County.
This is Bobbers.
Bobbers.
Café.
How did it get the name Bobbers?
I got the name Bobber from my grandfather, who is absolutely my world. He used to go to breakfast with three guys, Bob, and Bob, that he worked with, and they all went to Bob Evans, so it was always Bobber's breakfast. So, of course, that's his favorite meal, and since he did teach me how to fish, and we're on a fishing spot, we have a bait shop back here. I just picked Bobbers because it really is homage to my grandfather. A lot of people think it's for fishing, but it's for my grandfather.
Okay, very neat. When did you open up?
We opened April 1st, 2016.
Okay. So it's still rather new and everything, but it's actually getting a little bit, it's gaining some leverage around here. And there was something that came across Circle City Magazine. I believe one of our friends, one of our viewers actually shared it with us in one of the groups that we were also in. Something about a contest that you're in.
Yes, so I am in the favorite chef competition. For me, personally, it's for me to raise money to get our outdoor dining program up and going. It's a Facebook page group type of deal, so the more votes you get, the more popular you are, the better off you're going to do. It's a long contest, but we need everybody's vote because I pledged the money to upgrade the building and the outdoor dining. It absolutely will benefit the community. That's been the whole premise of me doing this project. When I got this building, it had been empty for a year. The walls were rotted. You could go like this and move the whole wall. There was mold everywhere, and it took me a year to gut it with my own two hands and build it back. But everything in here is here for a purpose, and it's all about the community. So. That's General Motors car paint on the wall in homage to all our GM days. The barn beams, the metal, the whitewash wood, all of that came from the same barn here in Madison County. I really wanted to try to make like a community spot because I felt, especially when I took this place over, this is absolutely a beautiful park. You never feel like you're in Anderson when you're sitting here looking out at the lake. But I wanted a spot where people could gather that were from different backgrounds. So hence the table you're sitting at right there. That forced people to sit together when we were busy that wouldn't normally sit together. And when you put people together like that and you break bread, something about food and company makes a good fit.
Creates a sense of community. Anderson was depressed a lot of time because General Motors shut down. I believe it had 3 factories up here, and they shut all 3 of them down and sent their operations elsewhere due to the cost of operations and everything. But it damaged the community. And what ended up happening is that a lot of these people, they lost their jobs, they lost hope, and they ended up in a pretty repressed situation. The community also lost its mall. It lost a lot of different things. So there's a lot of organizations that are coming together right now, such as we are, Make sure you definitely go onto thefundedproject.com and submit your story. You can upload a short video right there. On the July 4th episode, we're going to spotlight 5 businesses. So, but what's actually neat about what you've got going on right here is that there's a feel of the community vibe that you have when you come in here too. But what made you actually enter the contest, this nationwide contest?
Actually, that was all his fault.
And you are, sir?
Mark Finley. No, you didn't. I talked her into it. I said, "You got to try this." She goes, "No." I said, "It's a contest." "No." I said, "Just get in it. Just fill it out." She did.
Well, you know what? The confidence in yourself. I tell people this. I tell my staff this all the time. I tell my viewers this too. We talk about this in the Facebook group that we manage here. You have to believe in yourself in order for others to believe in you.
I believe in this place.
But you got to believe in yourself, because this place is a reflection of.
I do believe in myself back there in the kitchen. It's the public space that I have a problem with. I'm just kind of quiet.
That's okay though, because you know what the thing is. I'm sure you're loud in your mind when you're in that kitchen.
Oh yeah.
And you're in your element.
There's no doubt.
You enjoy what you do, and
Yeah.
that's the last day you'll ever work in your life is the first day that you decide you're going to turn your hobby into your career.
Right.
And we actually, the Funded Project, got together with some of our sponsors with Circle City Magazine and Metromedia Funding Solutions. We decided we would bring you a gift.
Thank you. Can I open it?
Yes, definitely.
Of course. A new T-shirt.
Yes.
That's
Yes. Yes, the official Purple Funded Project t-shirt. So you know what? We want to keep doing this for businesses all across our community. So, you know, if you like the t-shirts, definitely go on to thefundedproject.com and check out the store. You can check that merchandise out and other stuff that we carry too, because that's how we fund all this. So
what we learned from COVID is that we are definitely stronger than we all thought we were. I think even as a community, we really shined. I think Matt Russ did a great job with Go Madison County. I know that's helped numerous of us out. I think it's really made it I at least feel more of a community now than before COVID. COVID also taught us that after 5 or 6 years being in business, if you think you got it whipped, it can flip on a dime the very
absolutely
next
can.
day.
It absolutely can. We found that out at Metromedia Funding Solutions, because obviously when a lot of these businesses started having issues, you can imagine what happened in the funding space. So we pivoted in our brand too. So, and a lot of businesses ended up in a pivot situation where they had to remodel their business model, if you will, to make it so they can do something different and to keep jobs going. So you didn't have to lay off anybody or anything like that?
No, we were down to winter staffing anyways. We are predominantly seasonal business, but building's never been open all year. When I took it over, I said we're gonna be open all year, and we have been. We've never stopped not being open, but I already had just my core staff, and we managed all summer because we had carry out only, or or outside dining, but we stayed in and we let the customers stay out to protect everyone. This is a very small space, and that's one of the reasons that I'm trying so hard to get the funding for the outdoor dining, because I would envision it to be, we could do different picnic tables all the way around the park so that people could actually enjoy it with hand sanitizing stations and umbrellas, so that they can actually just go out and enjoy the park too. Because in here it's so tiny. We have 6 tables. I think I had 13 tables in here when we were open before. So it's been a drastic change for us. We missed, of course, when we did open back up, we missed the face-to-face always. But I also learned that when we reopened, that a lot of our face-to-face is an older generation, and they're the most at risk.
Right.
So, just cramming an extra table here or a chair there, I can't do it. I cannot.
You can't put your
Right.
audience, your customers at risk like that.
So we are really focusing hard this spring to get the outdoor dining done. Grace's gentleman in Chicago donated 50-foot sails off of his commercial sailboat that he does all over Lake Michigan with tourists. That was huge. So I'd like to get those and have the kids at the Parks Department paint on them and then make them an awning out here for our outdoor dining. But also include some little bungalow kind of spots around the lake, just for a different atmosphere. I don't think we have anything like that around.
I think it would be kind of neat that if after that was all happening, that we would launch some type of like a spring fling, summer small business expo.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Because I was looking at the way the parking lot is. Parking over here, it's a little congested. Be prepared. If you come into this parking lot with your boat behind your truck, you are going to probably have an issue finding a place to park. But so dock the boats in place. And it's just one of those that you come in here, it's great hometown feel. The food is awesome. The Tenderloins, in my opinion, it's one of the best ones in the state of Indiana. And believe me, I would know. I'm a fat guy. And if you watch this channel, you probably figure that out. Where do you think? Where do you see yourself with this? Going 10 years down the road from now.
That's hard. I don't even know yesterday, but 10 years from now, what I would really like to do is be able to have looked back and realized and see the difference that this place has made in the community. I can tell you that since we've been here, the park got entirely repaved. Thank you, the city of Anderson. Which was a big project. Of course, I think there's always projects in this park, but I do realize there's other parks in the city as well. But I really want to be able to look back and say, hey, we did create a sense of community. People did reach out and meet new people that weren't on their block or in their neighborhood. And I would like to actually make sure that when the girls work for me or the guys work for me, that it improves their life and their lifestyle. I'm kind of about servant leadership, and it's important to me to not only have a successful business, but on a personal level, to have an impact.
Right. I can totally understand that. I lead by example myself. I don't believe I could ever assign a task to an employee or a representative or an independent contractor that I'm not willing to do myself.
Yep.
And the thing is that when you lead them by example, they respect you more about it too. And it's like we were talking about this in the group the other day, that take the worst task, the thing that you absolutely hate to do the most, and if you do it in front of your employees with a smile on your face and you knock it out of the ballpark like as if it was your favorite task, that resonates with them.
Yep.
Resonates with them, and they understand that, and it's a good learning environment for them too, because you all become part of a family together.
Absolutely.
It's like my shop's kind of small too. We all become a family together. We're all friends. We all hang out sometimes outside of the shop, which is amazing. Like there's ever enough time. But it doesn't matter what size business you are or what you have going on, if you're working for somebody or if you work for yourself, we all have the same 24 hours in a day.
Right.
It doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank either, so it's better, can you do something with that same 24 hours? What are you going to do to make that 24 hours counts? Because as we've learned with COVID, that next 24 hours is not a guarantee.
Right.
So, what do you think would be a great improvement to this restaurant and this park outside of the outside dining?
We need power. We need lots of power. One thing we did, we almost doubled our summer business this year. And because I'm no different than any other business in Madison County, or maybe even in the United States, I don't know, I don't get out much because I'm back there a lot. But staffing is always an issue. But especially in a restaurant, because it takes skilled labor. Just because you like to cook at home doesn't mean you probably know what it's like to cook commercially. I did it. I'm kind of one of those, I don't know, Hail Mary stories. I never worked in a restaurant other than I was a car hopper jeans in high school. I had zero commercial food experience. I did own a restaurant and trial by fire, quit my full-time job, and went all in.
Think about that for a second.
My whole life savings, everything I had, and I bet on me because I knew I would work harder. Yeah, I definitely didn't know how hard until.
That's exactly it. You never really know. You never really know what it's like until you're there at 3 o'clock in the morning still doing something. And yeah, then you know.
I've slept on that kitchen floor many a night.
Yep. Yeah. It's amazing. It's like one of the things that I love the best when it comes to business ownership is that it becomes an extension of you. It becomes an extension of who you are, your being. And when you believe in yourself, if people going into the restaurant industry, when they go and open up a restaurant, they've never had a restaurant. It's a whole different ball game when you have 40 orders hanging up on your little line right there, and they all want something different to eat. Think about that. Okay, if you think about it's like Thanksgiving times 5, but everybody doesn't like turkey. How's that going to work? And oh yeah, by the way, these people are on their lunch break. They need their food like 5 minutes ago. So, and you're the one that's standing over there, and their fate is in your hands. For them to come back to your restaurant, and for them to enjoy themselves, and for them to make it back into work on time, all that sits in your hands. That's a lot of stress for somebody to carry on right there.
So, with that being said about the staffing and the building, we need an upgrade in equipment to keep up with the demand. We're cooking with gas now. We would like to be cooking with 3-phase 220 electric on some equipment because it's just the skill level and the wear and tear on your body is just extreme.
Right.
And so I'm looking for, better equipment that will handle the load of volume that we have. My ice cream machine, we did Dole Whip last summer. I took the sides off. I had a fan blowing in one side and a fan sucking out one side across the evaporator to keep it going. This building was built as like an office for the gravel plant. It has one drain, so I have no dishwasher. It really is held together by paper clips and tape and ingenuity, but it works. But any upgrades that we can get done to the building will keep us going for longer and stronger.
So, we definitely appreciate your time.
I appreciate everything. I cannot tell you how very much humbled I am by everything that you've done and reached out. Like I said, I'm not good at being a public face or anything, but this project is...
You're a lot better at it than you give yourself credit for.
This project is extremely personal for me, and come hell or high water, I will make it happen.
That's what it takes. You know what? If you're watching this and you're on a business and you feel discouraged sometimes, don't get discouraged. You have to have that come hell or high water theory to it too. You can't ask yourself to go away at the end of the day, so you might as well make sure that the end of the day is worth being there with yourself.
Right. Absolutely.
So we definitely appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell. We're here every Tuesday. Another episode every Tuesday. Also, if you own a business or if you know somebody that does, we'd like to hear their story. Submit your story online at thefundedproject.com or in the group or on our YouTube page. Vote for Stacie. That's one thing. keep that thing going. That's another thing. I want you guys to understand. She's trying to win this contest, and that's how much money could you possibly win on?
$50,000.
The $50,000 would go a long way in this building right here and on these grounds right here. So another thing is too, you know that little button that looks like a little arrow that's going to the right there? That button has a purpose. It's to share. So I want you to go ahead and hit that button, share it to your Facebook right now. We'll wait. Thanks. I'm glad you did that, okay? Because Stacie deserves that. You know what? And so does this community. Everybody deserves that one right there, okay? So if you don't want to share it for yourself, share it for Stacie. Share it for your neighbors. Because you know what? Our businesses, all these small businesses, they're our friends or our neighbors, okay? A lot of people don't realize that. They think of a business owner as some demigod. Well, you know what? They're not. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're your relatives, they're your parents, kids, aunts, uncles, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever it may be. But they're real people. And behind every business, behind every name that you see on a building, there's a real person, there's a real family, there's some real motion. Somebody built that. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, hit the bell.
Yeah.
So this also has over here by this, they have this covered bridge. Okay, so added bonus, we decided that we were going to go ahead and come on over and take a look at it today. Because, well, that's how we do things here at the Funded Project. We make sure you all get a little bit of extra bonuses. Easter eggs, I guess, if you want to call them. So, let's check this thing out. Indiana has quite a few covered bridges. I don't know how old this one is. Also pretty cold. Still the winter time in Indiana. But you can zoom in on the other side of this. You can see we can zoom all the way in, right to where we were eating lunch at and doing the interview at. It's a huge, it's now kind of a lake, but it was originally a gravel quarry. There's all kinds of walking paths and everything else here. So what she's trying to do is just take care of the park, the community. She doesn't have this in her mind for herself or for personal gain, folks. She's got the idea of helping out the community. You also got to remember, we just we're filming this, and today is February 26, 2021 as we're filming this. But it was this time last week that we had over a foot of snow on the ground over here, and as you can see, it melts off, and well, there's remains of the snow. So make sure you like and subscribe.
Are you a business owner with a story to tell? Here's your chance. Submit your story for free, no purchases necessary, open to U.S. businesses only. 5 lucky business owners will be spotlighted in our 4th of July episode of the Funded Project. But that's not all. Those 5 lucky business owners will also take home cash and prizes as well as a nationwide spotlight. So here's your chance. Submit your story at thefundedproject.com. That's www.thefundedproject.com. Submit your 1 to 2 minute video along with your business bio, and the top 5 businesses with the most votes wins. We give you a customized link that you can share with your family, your friends, and your customers. So don't wait. Go enter right now, www.thefundedproject.com. Once again, www.thefundedproject.com. If you do not own a business and you're watching this video, be sure to go and vote at www.thefundedproject.com for your favorite business. And hit the subscribe and like button. Don't forget to hit the bell. Show your support. Together we can save Main Street. We appreciate you watching. Thank you.